Here's how we're going to play it tonight. I first am going to introduce the candidates to you. Then they will be given a minute and a smidgen to introduce themselves to you. Give you a little background. No political statements to start with. Then we will do some questions. We'll have 3 general questions, and then 1 for each one of the groups: the supervisor, the clerk candidates, and the treasurer. After that is done, each candidate then will have 3 minutes to make a political statement, to tell you why they're running for office and some of the things they hope to address while they're in office. Okay, so the candidates for supervisor are Paul White, who is the incumbent, Linda Combs, Larry Fix, and Tim, do it again, Tim. Zatala. Very pretty. Leon Wright is the incumbent for clerk, and Karen Lamoth is the candidate. Sherry Budd is the incumbent for treasurer. John Herman is a candidate, and Harry Rush, who is on the stage. We have 3 people who are not with us tonight because we couldn't accommodate them. So they make their regrets, and I'm sorry you won't get to hear them. So we are going to start with Linda, who sat on the end. So we'll start right in a row, so they'll come up one at a time. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet, and thank you, members of the Belleville Area Women's Club, for hosting this event tonight, and thank you all for being here. Most of you know me. I'm Linda Combs. I've lived in Van Buren Township for almost 22 years. I worked 18 years for Van Buren Township. 15 of those years were as the Senior Center Director, and lots of friendly faces are here, my seniors that I see. I still consider you my seniors, even though I retired 2 years ago. What I hope to do is give you information tonight and just let you know where I stand on things, and we'll get to that later, as Janet said. Just in a nutshell, I have 2 daughters, 8, almost 9 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandson. So my daughter went through the Van Buren School District, and my son-in-law went through the school district, and my grandchildren go to Lincoln, but that's almost as good as Van Buren. Other than that, I've been married for 41 years. If there's any questions that anybody has about my personal background, I have an associate's degree in commerce from Henry Ford Community College. I graduated magna cum laude in 1988, and I am a senior director certified through the Michigan Association of Senior Centers, and I received that designation in 2000. And I have extensive experience with managing township departments and interacting with township personnel, both management and employees. So I think that I have a good set of qualifications for this job, and I'm hoping for the best out here. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you to the Belleville Area Women's Club for hosting this event. My name is Tim Satella. My wife and I have lived in the township for about 8 years. We moved here from Dearborn, primarily because we came to the area. We really liked the area. We liked the neighborhood we looked at, and my wife was working in Ann Arbor and I was working in Ecorse, and this was about the perfect center point. I have about 20 years of experience as a financial manager, ranging in companies from the meat industry, a small family meat packing company in Ecorse, to a tax accountant at a Fortune 500 manufacturer, and currently the Director of Finance and Accounting for a group of financial services companies. I come from a strong accounting background, obviously. I also manage human resources for the companies I work for. I believe that people are the center of any community, obviously. But the people who work for the township and the people who actually are the taxpayers in the township are the 2 groups this business serves. And we need to make sure that all the groups are taken care of. You'd seen earlier, I have 4 kids. Planning on spending quite a bit of time in the township. And I'm looking forward to running for township supervisor and stammering all over myself as I speak.
Good evening. Larry Fix. I want to thank the Business Women's Club for once again hosting this. This is the third time I've been able to be here. Hopefully I won't have as rough edges this time as I did about 10 years ago. That was one of the feedback comments I got back then, and hopefully I've been able to polish it up a little bit since then. Hopefully you recognize my face, my name. I've tried to pride myself as a community activist here in Van Buren Township, both in the political arena and my involvement with Little League for the last 26 years. First came to this community, my folks moved down here from the UP, from St. Ignace, when I was about 11 years old. So I enjoyed playing Little League in our area. Went to St. Anthony's, graduated from Belleville High School, and I went to Bowling Green State University, where Detroit Diesel Allison Division of General Motors recruited me, and I went into their college graduate training program. Most of the time in my business, in the private sector, I've spent working in contract negotiations. I did that for Detroit Diesel for 11 years. I moved on to Cisco Foods. Traveled the nation for Cisco, settling contracts with the Teamsters. And I left there to become operations manager in a small manufacturing complex in Canton Township. It had an $8 million budget. I too have been involved in our community, especially in Little League. But I've been a strong promoter, which makes me feel proud to have you hosting this event tonight. I've always been a strong advocate for women, not only in sports, Title IX, helped me get involved with my political career, such as it's been in Van Buren Township. When Title IX first came into effect, and the U of M women's rowing team made Belleville Lake their home arena. And then they decided to build their clubhouse, and I was surprised with the little bit of resistance that took place that summer. And I made sure that my voice was heard to stick up for the women, especially the young lady from South Dakota. How many lakes are in South Dakota? That lady came to U of M on a scholarship to row, and she graduated from the U of M. And it makes me even proud this year that the U of M rowing team won the Big Ten title. And again, Belleville Lake's their home place. You go to websites on Big Ten colleges, and you see how to get to Belleville Lake. So Van Buren Township is my home. I'm proud of it. I try to do things that makes me proud to be a part of your community. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Harry Resch, and I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak with you tonight. I worked 35 years at Great Lakes Steel in management, primarily in the operations departments and the rolling mills. I did work in the quality assurance department and the technology department. I've been involved for 16 years with Community Focused Federal Credit Union, which is a credit union downriver, and I'm currently its chairman. And I might add that Community Focused has one of the highest capital ratios in the state. And it is attributed to primarily paying attention to details. I'm educated and licensed as a stockbroker. I did that for 2 years until I was offered a real job. The owners at the old McLeod steel plant wanted to refurbish it, and they were looking at it as a project that was upwards approaching $600 million until the economy blew up. And the big investors in New York kind of lost a big chunk of their money, so they decided not to invest. I feel my background makes me qualified to pursue this position of treasurer. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sherry Budd, and I am your current treasurer. And I would once again, like everyone else, thank BPW for hosting this event. And I think it's something that we always look forward to, as well as the other events that you put on every year. I have been your treasurer for 4 terms, so I will be finishing 16 years. I started out in accounting, and when I got out of high school, I worked for the CPA firm in Wyandotte, Hungerford, Cooper, and Luxon, and I ran their accounting office. While I was there, I went to Detroit Business College. I took a few years off to raise my 3 boys, Jim, Jeff, and Jay. They have gone through Belleville school system. They are all Belleville High School graduates. They are all college graduates, and 3 of my grandchildren are enrolled in school here, and I do have 8 grandchildren. When I started at the Township Hall, I was the bookkeeper for about 11 years. And in 1992, I was appointed the deputy clerk. And then in '96, I was asked to run for treasurer, which I did. During that time, I have gone to Wayne County Community College. I have been certified as a municipal clerk. I am certified as a Michigan through the state of Michigan as a public finance treasurer. I am also certified through the Michigan Municipal Treasurers as a certified public finance administrator. So I think I've had a lot of years with balance and numbers and a lot of years of knowing where money comes from and how it works. I've been very proud of my staff. We handle probably close to some years $96 million, and we balance every day and see that the money goes where it's going to. I have an excellent staff. Our employees are what makes the township what it is. I look forward to running again. I love my job. I love people, and I like being there for you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Karen Lamont. I am the candidate for Van Buren Township Clerk here this evening. They did say it was okay to distribute materials, so if you haven't picked one of these up and you'd like some information about me because you don't have it, there is some at the end of the two tables in there. Some of the information then is already inside of these trifolds, but there may be some more that would be helpful to you, including my website for future information. I'm 38 years old. I have a husband who I've been married to 16 years. His name is Sean, who is a Belleville High School graduate and has lived here his entire life from birth, except for when we lived in Canton, I should say, for a few years. We have 3 children, one in high school, one will be starting here at South Upper Elementary School in the fall, and one at Edgemont Elementary School. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree in communications. My employment has all been in the public sector, and I have thoroughly enjoyed answering to the public, being accountable to the public, and working for the people that I serve. Currently, I work for Livonia Public Schools as a communications specialist. Prior to that, I worked here in Van Buren for Van Buren Public Schools as the communications coordinator. And before I obtained my bachelor's degree, I worked for Van Buren Township as an account clerk in the Community Services Department right on Tyler Road. I'm proud to share with you that I am very excited at the opportunity to serve as clerk, that I'm very actively engaged in my community, and I have been since my children were born. And this community means a lot to me. My husband's family has lived here for 4 generations of my family. My husband's family have lived here in Van Buren Township and called it home. It's home to me. It's home to my children who are the future. It was home to great-grandpa who just passed away. So I'm very proud of the history here in Van Buren Township, and I'm proud to be a part of what will be the future of Van Buren